You strain trying to raise the sarcophagus lid, but your efforts are in vain. It appears to be locked firmly in place. But I just got 3 keys. What the heck am I supposed to do now? I mean, I've got 3 keys. The whole point of teleporting all over the place was to get these keys, right? Yeah, 3 portal keys.
Done. All right. All right. Done.
Can we stop having things shoot me now? That'd be great. Unless there's somewhere I'm supposed to put the keys? Okay.
I'm gone.
I am very confused.
Done. I'm gone.
What? I have... Okay.
Done.
These seem to be important, but where do they begin?
All right.
Let's start from where I think I could begin. What little life there is in the world is draining out this hole in my body. The world can burn. The planes can burn. Just give me life. I will destroy this life so badly. Break it, smash it, and stain it in blood and feces, so you cannot live in it either. Let all creation burn, for I cannot die. The panel is crafted in such a way that it can recess into the wall. You push the panel and it slides easily. You hear a click from the sarcophagus behind you. The inscription looks like the directions on your back that Morty read to you in the mortuary. I know you feel like you've been drinking a few kegs of Styx wash, but you need to center yourself. Among your possessions is a journal that'll shed some light on the dark of the matter. Farod can fill you in on the rest of the chant, if he's not in the dead book already. Don't lose the journal, we'll be up the Styx again, and whatever you do, do not tell anyone who you are or what happens to you, or they'll put you on a quick pilgrimage to the crematorium. Do what I tell you. Read the journal, then find Farod. To your surprise, there's one more line. One that Morty didn't read to you in the mortuary. Don't trust the skull. I had a feeling! I had a feeling. Let's keep doing all this. It is extremely important to record your journeys so that you might learn from them. The greater need, however, is that the sources of information you use to uncover this mystery need to be protected when they are found. If key figures, documents, or oracles are somehow removed, either by death or destruction, then you will never know who or what you are or how you came to be this way. The Craftsman... Okay, more of this. Nice way to get us to read. I suspect that we will continue to die and be reborn until we finally get our life right. I do not know what we have to do to bring that about, though, and therein lies the frustration. Is it some sort of karmic cycle? As I gather, some incarnations have committed terrible crimes, but also there have been a number of incarnations where we have labored to do nothing but good. Are these incarnations intended as punishment? I don't know. And that is the only real truth I can offer in these carvings. I do not know. At what point does the I get separated from the we? At what point am I free of the shackles of the actions of these other incarnations? At what point am I allowed to be me without the weight of these past lives?
I'm gone.
Interesting. So it looks like... So the lack of memory is... This complicates things. So it seems like part of me has some sort of memory of what happened? Odd. I have lost lifetimes because of my killer. I cannot deceive him, so I must kill him. I tried to throw him off the scent. I left false bodies, tailored in such a way to placate him. I roamed the most outer planes, hoping to use distance as a shield. I built this tomb filled with traps to try and kill the killer. I hid. All I bought was time. The attacks inevitably began again, with more fury than before. Deceptions are useless. Somehow, the killer always knows that I live, and no matter where on the plains I hide, He finds me. Eventually. Okay.
Done.
So it looks like part of this is also to do with someone who keeps killing me. But for what purpose? Why would someone want to keep killing me over and over? And who would be alive long enough to do that? There is nothing that can be done. Memories are gone, perhaps never to return. With every death, I lose a part of me. How can one be immortal and still die? He told me that my mind is weakening with every death. I asked him how this could be, but he could not answer. He was of no use. I butchered him so that no other incarnation would ever benefit from his uselessness.
Done.
So they said, "You have been divided. You are one of many men. You bear many names, and each has left their scars on your flesh. Lost One, Immortal One, Incarnation's End, Man of 1,000 Deaths, the one doomed to life, Restless One, one of many, the one whom life holds prisoner, the bringer of shadows, the wounded one, Misery Bringer, Yemeth. I grow weary. Fear names. Names have power and identity. Others can use names as weapons. Names are a hook that can be used to track you across the plains. Remain nameless, and you shall be safe. I am the Nameless One." Curious. So, that tells me a decent amount about my character, but there still seems to be a lot I don't know. No wonder why I'm the only one allowed in, but I wonder why it said don't trust the skull. Is it because he's going to betray me later? But he's chaotic good, so he works to his own end. Well, to what he believes to be the greater good. And it often means turning nose up at authority. We'll have to see. You open the sarcophagus, only to discover a single key lying within. There is no body, nothing of any worth.
I couldn't carry anymore, so I had to done.
Interesting. So another thing I'll have to bring along. Let's drop the bronze ring, because everything else is probably too important. Alright, so that just threw a wrench into what I knew.
Done.
It does explain a little bit more.
I'm gone.
How do I get out?
All right.
Good question. Very good question that I would like an answer to.
Done. Done. I'm gone.
I mean, I have a key here. Unless I'm supposed to go somewhere else with it? It's possible. Well, that's where the crap I left is. But where else could I go within here? By the looks of it, the map is pretty much done.
I'm gone.
So the question is, where do I need to go next? Now that I have Tomb Key 4, is that just my way out, or do I need to go somewhere else? Oh. Bingo. Oh, good shit. And that's how I get back. Okay then. I'll need to make more decisions as to what I leave behind. I don't like this idea. Well, that's probably the best I'm gonna get out of that. I leave behind the pipe as well. Okay, so what valuable stuff is hid here? Well, what isn't valuable? That's... Scroll of Acts of Torment, that's a name. Allows the user to cast Acts of Torment. Okay, so... Oh yeah, I have no idea what these spells are going to be because I'm largely unfamiliar with the planes. So... Hard Charm. That That mortuary sanctum key might still come in handy. Let's leave the leather straps behind. So, an enchanted battle axe. What's the difference? Enchanted +1. So we can leave that behind. Closer examination of the weapon reveals a strange symbol, very faint, on the surface of the axe head. Tracing it with your finger, there is a sudden charge, and the axe head changes before your eyes into a silvery-looking metal. The edge is incredibly sharp, so much so it looks like it could hack through stone if necessary. The symbol you traced on the weapon is now glowing brilliantly, and if anything, the axe has become even lighter than before, so much so that you can almost wield it one-handed. Almost. I don't see any place for an offhand anyway, so it's not like it affects me too much. Let's put that sledgehammer there, even if I can't use it yet. Now, what's the knock charm do? No matter how much you study it, this charm is made from a small piece of hemp knotted into a loop. No matter how much you study it, however, you cannot seem to figure out how the knot was tied. It looks like it has been wrapped around, inside, and even through itself several times. Ironically, despite the knot's complexity, it comes undone easily when pulled. The person undoing the knot charm temporarily gains a rush of strength, allowing them to do more damage with the melee attack and carry more weight. Okay, so it's a strength booster. Alright, let's get out of here. Do I want to bring Morty along?
I knew you'd be back, Chief. Finally realized you needed me, huh?
Alright. I've got what I came for. It looks like there's not much really to see here. So, let's get back up and confront... Actually, let's go back up,
I'm gone.
sell crap, confront Farad, and figure out what the hell we're doing. You got what Farad wanting, Burke? Show it to me, Burke, and I'll raise the gates. But not until, right? Alright, come on back in.
I'm gone.
Thank you. Now, let's go sell crap and then drop it off with Farad. Okay, there's a bit of flickering here. What's going on? Well, let's go over to this shop and sell all my useless crap. Then I can go talk to him, hopefully figure out other stuff. And hopefully everything will be good. So, what to sell? Definitely that. I don't know if I necessarily want the corpse fly charm. The claw seems like it could be useful. Doesn't look like I can identify anything with this, but... Well, I was able to get a bit of copper back. And open up at least Morty's inventory. Alright, let's get going. I honestly don't know whether I should give this to Farad, though, because I don't know what his motive is. Really don't. So...
Done.
I mean, I am still getting a bit of a Memento vibe. What if this guy is pulling my leg?
All right.
That's really what I'm worried about. Ah, corpse. Farad turns as you approach, his crutch clacking on the cobbles of the court. He licks his lips and smiles expectantly. Have you brought me what I asked for? The bronze sphere? I had some questions first. Then ask. Farad smacks his crutch on the cobbles as if passing a sentence. Come, come, corpse. The time's short and so's my patience. When you greeted me, you said something about taking me on a jaunt to the mortuary. What did you mean? You tell me, corpse. Perhaps the dusties that live there are more to your liking than some sweet bosom wench. Farad taps his crutch on the floor, then the clacking echoing through the court. Most forgiving of the dusties to let you stride in and out of there as you please, considering you don't have the decency to stay in the dead book. I wanted to get into the mortuary, but why?
Updated my journal.
Corpse, you were so bent to get in there, now you spilled it you don't even know why as you wanted in there in the first place? Sometimes it's a wonder why the planes turn. Does a mage tell the secrets of his craft? So it is with the collector. Perhaps I will tell you, but you must promise this it is for your ears only. Farrod's eyes gleam as you hand him the bronze sphere. He touches it gingerly, almost reverently. You. Ah, corpse. Such a gamble you were, and paid off handsomely you have. Farrod studies his reflection in the sphere and tisks. The years have been cruel to me, I see. I did what you asked, Farrod. Now I want some answers. Farrod doesn't even look at you as you speak. His attention is swallowed by the sphere he holds. Yes, ask your questions. Farrod turns the sphere in his hands. Very important, your questions. What do you know about me? Why was I told to seek you out? Farrod studies you with a critical eye. Stay your weapons for what I'm about to say, corpse, for it could be your ears will take offense. Farrod smiles wickedly. My ears no longer care, but yours are still fresh for the burning, it seems. You have my word that I'll stay my hand, Farrod, but I need to know what you know. The truth. Farrod's tone softens as if cajoling. The truth was stretched a bit from my mind to my tongue when we first spoke, corpse. In all terrible honesty, I know little about you. Yet, hear me out. Yes. You're a cutter who plays at being dead, as I see. Farrod squints at you. Some time ago, you came to me, like you are now, but not just strolled right into Illwind Court and said you wanted an audience with me. An audience with you? Aye, an audience. Like I was royalty. He seemed amused, but there's an edge in his voice. You know the right things to say, you did. Oh yes. You spoke the chant like a governor, born and true. And I listened. What did I want from you? Farrod gives a mock bow, his crutch creaking as he leans against it. Oh, Farrod, great collector king, you says. I have come before you to request a boon. A boon, I says. What could I offer a man of such obvious strength? Go on. Farrod wags his crooked finger, and you ask for a strange thing. You said, Lord Farrod, I ask for courtesy. Your collectors roam throughout the hive. If they should find my body, I want it kept safe. That is all I asked. Farrod shrugs. A simple boon. I see. And that is all you know? Before you can speak, you suddenly feel a prickling in your skull as Farrod speaks the word boon, and the smell of blood and fear rushes through your nostrils. Farrod is hiding something. Something that happened in the past, involving you. And it scares him. The boon he granted you was no simple matter. So you granted my boon just like that. There's nothing to be gained from it. For you. Why did you even agree to do it? Farrod falls silent for a moment. A dead man can keep no promises, and promises to a dead man are easily enough to make, corpse. You're a merchant, Farrod, not a Samaritan. There must have been another reason. Aye. Farrod's face suddenly peels back in fury, his skin flushing red. After you'd stung up a score of my blood on the hive walls to die, I'd had enough reason to promise you to the plains themselves. Then your butchering selves come to my home, my kip, to demand a boon of me. Farrod calms himself, though his face is still flushed. Aye, I agreed. I'm sorry about your people, Farrod, for what that's worth. No matter, them bodies served me well enough. The Dusties pay the same for fresh debtors as for old. Was that the only reason you agreed to my request? You knew things about me. Things only I knew. You knew I was greedy for something beneath sigil, and you put a name and picture to it. The bronze sphere, you said. I didn't think you would fetch it for me. Yet did you? Aye, the plains turn in strange ways. And that's all you know? All I know? Nay, but it's all I know about you, corpse. Fine. Next question. What did you take off my body after I died? I? Why, I took nothing, corpse. His face split into a grin. Then I wasn't the one that found your body. Who did? Farrod's smile widens, pulling the pasty folds of flesh back from his face like a curtain. My daughter, the rose of my eye, the sweetest of my family and the sharpest wit of them all. He licks his dry lips and sighs in a mock sadness. Such a cruel tongue on her. Your daughter?
Updated
Who?
my journal.
My darling girl, Anna. She found you, dead as deader can be. in a place where most collectors wouldn't go for a mountain of coppers. Could be she plucked something off you. Could be not. He leans in, shaking his head. You'll have to ask her, for it's not her dad's place to say. Don't lie to me, Pharaoh. Actually, I don't know. I'm not sure if I really trust... Well, I don't trust anyone. That's the thing. I don't trust anyone. After the memento crap I just read in that tomb. Then again, I never trusted anyone to begin with. Let's go with this calmer answer. Where is she? Where is Anna? Farad shrugs. She's hiding in the shadows here, I expect, listening to us trade the chant. I called for her after you went below. Had to ask her if you were really in the dead book when she found you or not. He chuckles dryly, then takes a deep breath and calls out to the darkness. Anna, stop mithering in those shadows and come greet our guest. She's here.
Looks like my skills have increased.
Okay. I guess this is one way to introduce a character. Also, why do you have a tail?
What now?
You turn to see a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. You didn't even hear her enter the chamber. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature, and a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. So you're the one who's going to show me where you found my body? The girl ignores you and turns to Ferron. What's this about then? I'm not playing the leash bow with this skull dog, so I'm not. Get one of your own gullies to do it. I mean, it sounded like she had a Scottish accent when I heard her, so I'm gonna go with it. Anna, rose of my eye, have I not taught you to respect the dead? A thin smile worms across Farrod's face, and he makes a slight bow towards you. This resourceful corpse needs to know where you found him. Eh? What are you on about? She squints at you. He is not a deader. Ah, yes, my mistake. Farrod nods, then his voice drops dangerously. Yet, my darling Anna, that still makes it your mistake. For this one only had one foot in the dead book when you brought him to me. He taps his crutch against the flagstones with a light tap. He woke up, sought me out. Most embarrassing. So? Anna glances at you, then shrugs. He shouldn't be playing Deader on the Hive while I'm about, or he'll wake up in a dust his arms, he will. Maybe you could have checked to see if I was alive before dumping me off there. Oh, aye, and maybe you should have been more careful, and maybe you wouldn't have been lying face down and stone still in the alley cobbles like a deader, aye? Let's not go full aggressive. Enough of this. Where did you find my body? Show him where you found his body, Anna. Farrod taps his crutch again for emphasis. Take him to the haunted alley. Farrod studies Anna for a moment, then grins and turns to you. If you happen to lose my darling Anna on the way to the alley corpse, you come back and see Farrod. I'll guide you.
Updated my journal.
Tch. Anna sneers at Farrod, then throws a glance at you. Come on then, and keep your steps quick, Jig. I've little time to waste on the likes of you. Actually, I'm not done exploring the buried village yet. Oh, aye? Well then, you can sniff out your own grave to you. Your own, idiot. I'm not. Wait, Anna. Farrod's voice is quiet, but it cuts through the girl's speech like a knife. Be his minder. See that he comes to no harm while in the village, and guide him to where he wishes to go. Anna spits on the ground. Pox on ye both. That's what I was thinking. Now let's go. Alright, well, I was wondering when another party member would enter. So, there's my answer. Okay, so what are you? That's the next question. So, statistics screen. Okay, so you are a fighter thief. Okay. And I don't recognize this symbol. Chaotic neutral. Okay, so... Oh yeah, the whole faction nonsense. I forgot. That's an important aspect of the Planes when I was looking stuff up. Okay, so a group of individuals who hold similar beliefs about the nature of the multiverse. Belief is power on the planet. Okay. So, that doesn't tell me much. In-depths are individualistic bloods who have banded together to protect themselves from the other factions. Truth, there is no truth. Just live free or die. Do I want to go philosophical on that? You know what? I'm gonna go philosophical on that because because I'm probably gonna wrap up. Is there absolute truth in the world? Yes or no? If you answer no, then you're being sarcastic because you just said there is no absolute truth. Deal with it. Rule number 1, you jerks. Alright, so let's see what you've got. Okay, so you're armed with punch daggers. Not very powerful. But at least I have someone else I can throw stuff onto. Here, have a charm. What's this, anyway? This glistening drop of blood is as hard and smooth as a pearl. It pulses slightly, as if being driven by an invisible heart. Peculiar. Actually, now that I think of it, is there any armor I can buy from here? Because I think I really need to get some for myself. Do you have any useful armor? What's this? Ah, okay. Well, looks like you have a bunch of stuff that I sold you, but... Alright then. Off we go. Okay, so... Now, how do I want to approach this next? You know what? Let's see. I have a general idea where Farod's buddies are coming from now. So, Let's see. When I returned the bronze sphere to old Stutter Crutch Farod, he hemmed and hawed about what he really knew about me, which was precious little. He did tell me that his daughter had recovered my body, and told me where it had been found. I should probably go there and see if there are any clues to be found. Apparently my body was found in an alleyway in the section of the hive near the Smoldering Corpse bar, but there is a tenement full of Chaos Men that lie between me and it. I'm trying to remember where the Smoldering Corpse bar is.
All right.
I went to the Gathering Dust bar, right? Pretty sure that's correct. Also, I went looking up to see how I get out of here. This is apparently how. Okay, so this leads back to the Trash Warrens. Pretty sure I don't want to go into the catacombs right now, but at least I know how to get there if I so desire. As you enter the room, a large, heavy-set man gets up from his chair and approaches you. "Lul there, name's Bish. Who might you be?" "I have no name." "What you mean you don't have a name? You just come back from Styx swimming, you clueless sod?" You notice Bish slowly moving his hand toward his weapon. "Or are you just not telling me? Hiding something with things?" Look, I'm telling you the truth. I don't know my name. Bish throws his hands up in the air in frustration. "Forget it, Burke. Not important anymore anyhow." He shakes his head back and forth. "More important is what you're doing down here." "I was told I could find Farod around these parts." Bish eyes you suspiciously. "Farod usually fills me in on his visitors, and I don't recall the likes of you being mentioned." He quickly glances you over before giving you an apathetic shrug. You don't like anything the guards couldn't handle. On with you."
All right.
Okay, why are you attacking me anyway? And why am I trapped?
I'm hurt.
Okay, that's fun.
Another trip to the mortuary.
Well, technically not the mortuary, but you get the idea. Scum. Okay. That is the world telling me I need to stop for the moment. Jeez.
gone.
But even Anna has more durability than I do. That's bad.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Okay, and now bits of the UI are starting to not show up. Okay, yeah, I definitely need to stop here. Okay, so... trying to recollect. So, found out a decent amount about myself. I can't help but wonder if getting that bronze sphere for him was worth it, though. I'm starting to wonder if I should ask and see if I'll get anything from... If I absolutely need to come back through, I'm pretty sure I'd be okay with doing that, even if it's only off-screen. Something to consider. If I really do need to go back and ask Farod about where he's getting the corpses. I'm pretty sure I could deduce it by this point, but I don't know. We'll have to see. So, thus far, though, well, we've got a new party member, so I guess I got what I was looking for. I don't know if I necessarily want someone that's chaotic neutral, but I guess we'll see before too long. Oh boy, so much to do, so little time. Anyway, I'll see you all later.